rapping for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where I am your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified. And we talk about everything to modify your life physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. Once again, we got the co-host, the most viewed podcast of 2023.
Stop hyping me up.
The Mrs. Bought, not built. Mrs. If you didn't track it, you didn't snack it.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna put that on a shirt.
Put that on a
track
shirt.
it,
If
so
you didn't track it, you don't snack it. You didn't snack it.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that one. I like that. A lot of people really liked their last podcast. If you didn't get a chance to listen to that, what was it? Be inspired or be insecure?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I like
that. A lot of people were calling out their hater tendency, which is good. We all are like that. Like, you know what I mean? And we all get like that, you know? So if you didn't get a chance to listen to that one, go ahead and check that one out. Once again, happy Friday. We still are doing the giveaway. Today is the last day. So if you want to make any type of donation to help out our second family this year, for this Christmas, everything's going to be down below. And anything that is sent is donated. Go ahead and send me a screenshot to my Instagram. And I will send you over 5 copies of Modified Macros, volume 1 through 5. I appreciate you. Also going to be picking one of the biggest donation of the first family, and then another biggest donation of the second family. I'll be giving 3 months of free online coaching. Yep. So you could donate it $25. If someone only donated 24, you get 3 months. That's like $800 value. Just a way where we say thank you so much, because there's people out there that are going without. And, you know, sometimes we don't understand that there are people in the life that are, you know, have a little worse than us just for right now, you know, until they get things figured out.
I do want to kind of give them a little bit of info about the second family that we're helping.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know how to say it like correctly. This family is like interesting. Yeah. Like their kids ask for no presents.
Yeah. So they, when you had posted that you were going to give out a Thanksgiving meal and to send you a DM, someone had actually sent a email that we didn't get to in time, and we had already picked our
and that's your job to do.
Our 4 families.
That's her job. That's her task. She's the email checker.
We said DM, not email, but regardless. So I got to that one.
See, she passed the problem on to them and not herself. It's crazy. You ever catch on to that?
Okay.
Point the finger at yourself, Francine. Look in the mirror and point at yourself.
No, thank you. Anyway. So this person reached out, and it wasn't, they weren't asking for help for himself. He wanted to see if we can help out his significant other's family, because that family recently, the father of that family passed away, and
he was a worker, and she was a
stay-at-home mom. So I guess she had never had a 9 to 5
other
ever,
than being
a mom and a homemaker,
which is a full-time job.
It is, but shout out
to my moms out there
for sure. But now, like, the whole new reality is like, well, now she has to work, and
it just happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
it just happened a couple weeks ago. So I mean, imagine that during the Thanksgiving holidays. This is the first Thanksgiving without their father. This is the first Christmas without their father. So what's crazy is we got. You know, so we didn't do this working with the company. We did this from social media for this family, and they sent us a note, they shared their note with us, and all the kids asked for is not presents. They asked for church clothes. They asked for art supplies, church shoes. Like everything was just like not something you see at, you know, teens from 9 to 15.
I believe so.
I think it was like, you wouldn't expect that. Like I wouldn't ask for church clothes, for like and I would ask for like, you know, like a Lambo or something. And when I seen that, I'm like, man, like
we gotta so many, do it up for them.
And like, you know, that's really cool. And not saying that the kids that are asking for presents are bad, because I'm, you know, I would ask for presents, you know. It's just so awesome to see, like, you know, when they have the opportunity to maybe get whatever they want, if that were to be the case, which it is the case, honestly, they weren't asking for that. Like one girl asked for a desk so she could do her art supplies, and it was like the cheapest one on like Walmart website. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where it's like, it's really humbling to see that, like, you know, it's like, I feel like, you know, honestly, I feel like the people that have the least respect anything, like they're respected a lot more. Like I feel like, does that make sense? Like I feel like if you have something, or you're born into something, or whatever it might be, like for me, like, you know, I look at all the game system I have, and I have every single game system, and I don't even touch any of them but the PS5. But I have every single one, and like, you know, for another kid that doesn't have not one, they would take it like to dusty and stuff like that. And you know, I feel like when more you have, you kind of forget how it is to like maybe not have it, or you could kind of go without. can't really articulate my words right now, but yes, you know what I'm saying. So that's a cool ass family. Shout out to them. Definitely parents are raising them right. And I love to see it. And the fact that we have the opportunity to help and so many people also want to help is absolutely insane.
I
So
know.
shout out to everyone that helped. And also too, the people that are not financially, you can't financially help right now. You're still helping. You're listening to our podcast. You're, some of my online clients, some of you are online clients, some of you are sharing my videos on Instagram. Like all that stuff helps because the money that all this stuff is generated is helping with buying more presents. So you are helping in your own way. So thank you so much.
And we get to meet the first family on Saturday.
I had to change my flight.
Yeah,
I was
you weren't even going to be able to make it.
Oh, I'm starting to get a cough now too. So yeah, this week actually I didn't talk about it a lot and I'm not trying to trauma dump. But a couple months ago, unfortunately, my father was murdered. And it was getting ready for the bodybuilding show, and I didn't have the brain capacity to really go over and talk about it. And I wasn't going to be that person on social media that is going to be on there crying and talk about this and that. Poor me. It was a horrible situation. I wasn't the closest with them, but I don't feel anyone's father should ever be taken away from them by the hands of someone else, especially when it maybe wasn't their time to go per se. It definitely was tough to watch my grandma go through all that. And, I was gone for almost a whole month in California last minute.
And then he was her only child.
Yeah, it's my grandma's only child. So it was a lot. It's a lot going on. So this week I leave to California. But unfortunately, the day that I fly back, I was getting back at 7 at night. And the last time was to meet the families at 4. But it's very impactful to meet the family and say hi to them and stuff like that. None of this stuff's going to get filmed. It's all done from the, kindness of our hearts, not for social media content. But I did want to meet them, and Francine really wanted me to go, so I changed my flight. So I land at 2, and I'll meet the family at 4.
Had to buy a whole separate flight.
Had to buy a whole separate flight for it, but it's worth it,
Yeah.
And hopefully, if they're still struggling next year, I can help them. We can help them out again. Like, you never know. Now we're working with this company. But it just feels really good because at one point in my life, I couldn't give back. And at one point in my life, even probably if I could give back, I wouldn't because I was so selfish that I would just put into the car parts and stuff like that.
Same.
So a lot of growth, and it really feels good to get back. And if you haven't get back in a long time, I challenge you to go give back. And, it could be $1, it could be $5. Like people think you got to give back as $100. Like, $1 could change someone's life. Well, actually, maybe not this. Maybe not this day and age. Actually, with inflation. Or maybe $5. We'll say $5 or $10 and could really, make. And when I mean change your life, I'm not talking about
numbers.
I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about change your life as in maybe like they were really in a need. Like maybe that made them feel good. Maybe that gave hope. They gave them hope. Like you never know, right? Kindness could change someone's life.
Yeah.
I mean, I held the door open for that old lady, and she looked like no one's ever held the door opener for before. And you never know. So just get out there, and it costs $0 to be kind. It costs $1 million to be an asshole.
Yeah. So if you can't donate, be nice to people.
Yeah, just try it out. Try it out. So, Frankie, modified Frankie, co-hostess with the mostest.
Most butt.
What are we talking about? Girl, don't lie to them. You're looking. If they're watching video form, they know that you just lied right now.
And I look bulky today.
It's because you have a freaking 2X sweatshirt on. Anyways, what are we getting into today? You had a topic for us today.
Yeah.
What are we diving into? What's the name of this podcast? I mean, what's the name of the title? What's the name of the title?
Why are we waiting for New Year, New Me?
Because it's easy. It's easy. Think about it.
Did you ever have... I know now your mentality is different, but did you ever have the New Year, New Me mentality?
Yeah, from 1990 all the way to 2018.
So other than like losing weight, like what were like your New Year's resolutions?
It was always the same thing. It was literally a same thing. It was a repeat of the same thing. I'm going to lose weight. Started in January, lasted for a couple weeks, couple months, and then I fell off. Started in January. It happened every single year. And then like it got to a point where people were like, oh, I thought for New Year's you're going to lose weight. And then people stop asking because it's so far away from January. Then once it gets to that nice little highlight point between like the middle of the year where you're like, oh yeah, no, next year I'm going to start.
Yeah.
But it's like next year's like 4 months ago. But this year was so hard. I had so much going on. And people don't understand that is it this. If you don't have the consistency and the discipline to start right now as you're listening to this video, you're not going to have momentum into January 1st. Like, just because we go to sleep and we wake up, well, let's be honest, half of us are going to sleep hungover. I'll be going to sleep hungover on, New Year's Eve.
Drunk and then waking up
drunk and then wake up hungover.
Yeah,
drunk. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I don't know we hungover.
Dyslexia.
I am, so don't judge me. But at the same time, what's going to change? Like, what happens in that 24 hours that it's going to get you to go to the gym,
your life.
track your food, meal prep for yourself, come up with a workout schedule or find a plan that's going to work for you, get a personal trainer, start making your bed, start doing this, like what in the hell do you think that you're going to do in January 1st that you can't do today, starting today? right?
Yeah.
Because like think about it, you have a lot of things you have to work on. For some of you, you guys are trying to lose weight, but your freaking house is dirty, your car's dirty, you maybe slack on your hygiene, right? Like there's all that stuff going on right now, and you're
And
gonna
then you say,
add
I
four
have just
things.
so much to do. Like I can't put this on my like task or
No, like
to do list as well.
that too, but I was actually getting the point of like, how about you handle the things that are in front of you and stop trying to add things on top of it? If you can't get steps 1 through 3 down, then how are you gonna get 3 through 7? Like, you know what I mean? So if I
Yeah.
wake up and my room's a mess, my car's a mess, I don't have time management, then how the hell am I gonna add more things in my list if there's things that I need to work on? First off, work on your time management. Stop procrastinating, right? Stop talking an extra 10, 20 minutes. That's 10, 20 minutes. You could be home early. You could go for a walk, right? Stop waking up in the morning and scrolling on your Instagram, scrolling on your phone. Let's be honest. We scroll for 10, 20, 30 minutes at a time. Some of us even an hour. I've sat so
like,
long on the toilet,
countless
my
times a day.
freaking, my legs were go numb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, okay, stop doing that. Because now if you stop procrastinating, talking the extra 10, 20 minutes to the people before you leave work, and then you stop procrastinating on waking up, so you stop scrolling and stuff like that. Say you minimize that by 50%. Say you're saving yourself 45 minutes a day of just useless scrolling. That's a gym workout.
Yeah.
That's cardio session. That's 45 minutes of prepping. That's 45 minutes of shopping for food. That's 45 minutes of game planning. And that is a day. You know, so people are sitting here and they'll be like, I don't have time. I don't have time to meal prep. I don't have time to go to the gym. I'm a parent. I'm a single parent. I'm a this. I'm an uncle. I'm a that. It's like, don't say you don't have time, because that thing in your hand tells you how many hours you spend on your phone.
But also you don't have time to do the things that you need to do, but you will always find time for the things that you want to do.
Preach. Just like I had time to be Spider-Man. What we were talking about. And I'm calling myself out. Like,
You saved the world, though.
I did save the world. I did 100% complete. ADHD could not let me not finish that bad boy. But, you know, I say that I want to work harder and I want to become a better online coach. I want to make more money. I want to do this and that. But yet I just gave 12 to 15 hours of my life to this damn game.
And
There's exactly, what could I do those 12 hours? That's a half of a day.
You're right.
That's half of a day. So now there's someone out there that didn't buy the damn Spider-Man game, that doesn't play games, that stuck to what they wanted to do.
And they're 12 hours ahead of
They're
you?
now a half a day ahead of me.
Ooh.
And I never could get that back. Damn. And I got to go trip them. You know, but like, I'm calling myself out because people like, one thing I hate is like when people work on themselves and they start to build the positions they want to be in. Like, I'm not done yet. I don't have $1 million in my bank account. I don't have $100,000 in my bank account. So therefore, I'm not successful in my head.
You don't have time to play games.
Financially successful. With love, I'm rich as hell. You know what I mean? But I'm not successful as I want to be. And that they forget to call themselves out. They start pointing their fingers and they stop forgetting like where they started from and who they once were. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to be that person, because once you start becoming that person, anyone listening that wants to do a podcast or is on a weight loss journey, don't forget who you were. Right? Understand that you got to speak for present, but you have to remember your past self, because even though I've done a lot.
Old you also.
Yeah, talk to old you. Yeah, you know, even though like, you know, I'm talking about like my old mistakes, I'm still making some of those today, and that's something. Most recently, I just finished Spider-Man game last week. It was not a active, you know. I mean, the game story mode was good, but I mean, now I was like, damn, like I'm in the middle of grinding, because literally, me and Francine had a conversation and we're talking about, you know, what we want to accomplish for 2024. And right now, everyone's kind of slowing down. I'm noticing a lot of people are slowing down for the holidays. They're checking out. And I'm talking about like content wise, because obviously big brands they're doubling down on this time. This time for people to spend money, but we're not. We're dropping knowledge for cooking. We're dropping knowledge for tracking food, and this is all free stuff. I'm talking about online coaching. And right now, there's so many online coaches and so many people on, you know, that do what I do in the social media world. They're taking a break. They're doing this, and I'm doubling down, because guess what? When come January, and now paint this picture. I'm using this as the same terminology I'm talking about. Why wait till January 1st? I started in October, November, and all of December. So when I get into January, I already have multiple big videos. I already have a lot of knowledge. People are already trusting in me, so they're gonna want to work with me. Compared to me starting in January, you have to build up that audience from January, February, and maybe get some people in March. Because everything you're doing today is not for tomorrow. Everything you're doing today is going to help you in a month from now, right? But people think that everything they do today is going to help them tomorrow. Now, long-term success, no, that's not how it works. But like short-term, as if you do good today, it's going to motivate you to, you know, do good tomorrow. Yes, if you do bad today, you're going to follow suit again. You're going to keep doing bad. But at the same time, you're not going to see success just because you started today. But you know, it's you're not going to build the momentum on January 1st. So you might as well start now. Like there's no better time to start now. And I know we hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Right? How many times have you heard there's no better time to start now? And how many times did you listen to it and be like, oh yeah, okay. But then you put in the work, and do you regret the time that you started?
No.
Did you start in the perfect time?
There is no perfect time.
Well, but you know that now because you started. You've lost 100 and how many did you lose? Like 22 pounds, something like that? 19?
Highest 3 something, like 130.
Lost like 130?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Can't tell. Proud of you. I have to give you a hard time because, you know, because of you, every single female client, except for one,
Who's the one?
except for one gives me a hard time, except for one doesn't. All my other clients give me a hard time because of Miss Modified Frankie and her little clan. But yeah, was there a perfect time for you to start?
No, I think it's you have to take the pressure off of like start what is it like starting like obviously decide, but it's like this is a perfect moment on Monday. Just like make the changes like little by little and not be like, okay, today I'm gonna do blah 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 blah. Just be like, okay, well tomorrow at least I'm gonna make sure I get my breakfast in, make it at home.
Mm-hmm.
If your reality is I'm stopping at Starbucks.
Are you gonna make the bed?
Yeah.
Are you gonna brush your teeth?
And for a lot of those,
Throw out the trash.
we didn't do a lot of those things back then.
No, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. You think that we became overweight because we had lack of self-control and discipline in eating? No, we had lack of self-control and discipline in everything we did. Everything was overabundance, right? Everything
it was too much. We were too busy.
Yeah, it was too much, too hard, too busy. But at the end of the day, it wasn't. It just wasn't fun, right? And people think that like, yes, fall in love with the process. But in order to fall in love with the process, you have to see change. And then you'll start falling in love. But you can't fall in love with something you don't see right away, right? Especially when it comes to weight loss. You're not going to eat clean for one meal and hop on the scale, be 10 pounds down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not going to eat clean for a week. And then, yes, you will eat clean for a week. While you probably lose about 5 to 10 pounds, depending on the size of the person because of water weight.
And the deficit.
But it's not going to be a noticeable difference because there's a big difference between water weight and fat loss. You want to lose 5 pounds of water weight right now? I'll tell you the winning formula. Put on a sweatshirt, put on sweatpants, go walk 35 minutes on the freaking elliptical, and then do 30 minutes inside of a sauna. You'll lose 5 pounds. There you go. You're welcome. There you go. You're 5 pounds down. Now, what's going to happen as soon as you drink water, eat meal? You're 5 pounds up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's short. It's like that's just what it is. It's like there's a big difference from a number on the scale to water weight.
But
fat loss. Sorry, fat loss to water weight.
I'll include myself here. We only work on the problem when there's something coming up soon. Like, oh, in like 2 weeks there's a wedding I have to go to, and I need to lose 15 pounds so I could fit into this dress. And that's the only time that you're actually working towards it. But it's like just to fit in that dress for that day, and then you're done.
Yeah. Or you
still have your weight
crash
problems.
diet.
You still don't like how you look, but you just needed
that number.
Yeah.
But like, you know what? We've all done this. You know, I'm thinking like, why wouldn't you use that as momentum to keep going? Like if you fit in that dress, right? Say you did it. Say you lost the 15 pounds.
Because you didn't do it right.
You crash dieted. Yeah, it makes sense. You got to know. So either way, there's no cheating.
You deprived yourself so much
that now you're just
like,
gonna splurge.
Done. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because we do is you crash diet, right? We instant gratification diets, right? The numbers, the scale numbers, right? Stop worrying on the scale number. You are gonna look at. You don't work 5 days a week, 6 days a week for 14 days, and then get paid every 2 weeks, and then know that there's no money in your bank account. You know there's money in your bank account because you know how hard you worked. Yeah. You know the hours you work. So it's like. Same thing with your weight loss. Like if you put in the work, you're going to know the number on the scale is going to be right. Now, when the number is not what you expect, one, you have to decide, am I expecting too much from this weight loss since I got rid of my water weight?
Are you taking accountability?
Are you going to take accountability and really tracking your food? Did you do the best of your ability? Because 50, 60, 70% is not passing a weight loss, right? Weight loss is like a 90-10, right? A solid 90-10. Yep. So that's something you need to pay attention to and understand that it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen just because you put in a couple of days of work. Right? You don't put in a couple of days of work and get a lifetime of success.
Yep.
Right? It's not possible. You didn't start working your job yesterday and get a raise the next day. Or you didn't start working on Monday and get a raise on the following Monday because you did good for 7 days. In that case, we'll all be rich. We'd all be working at McDonald's getting raises every week.
Ooh.
Right? But at the end of the day, it's like you have to sit there and you have to understand that this shit is going to take a while. It's going to take a long time. You're going to want to rush the process. It's okay. We are humans. Yeah. We want to rush everything. Right? I understand when I first started my journey, I used to tell you like, oh my gosh, I can't I can't imagine like the day where I'm like actually a normal sized person. Guess what? Now I'm here.
Yep.
I'm here. I have abs. I have muscles, right? I have sex appeal. Got a dump truck. Girls want me. Kim
Your thighs
Kardashian's in my
match.
DM. My thighs match.
Yeah.
What's it called? The BBL's killing y'all.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the thighs don't match.
Are
I love those.
you
I love
gonna
that.
sing that to me?
Yeah, when you get your BBL, I'm gonna call you out all the time. You know what's funny is that we talked about that and like because like, you got your chin done, which no cosmetic surgery, just they
It is
just
cosmetic.
Like, oh, it is cosmetic,
Yeah.
but they didn't like. It wasn't like they made you look different. They just removed the extra skin that you had in your chin. But
Yeah.
but you know when you like so think about it, you have that done, right? Because that's like a genetic that runs in your family. Because a lot of your family holds some weight right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then a lot of your families are top heavy,
Yeah.
and you're getting a BBL. So when if you have a daughter,
I better not look like a linebacker though when I'm done, like Donkey Kong.
if we if we have a daughter, you're gonna have to explain.
There's gonna be a fund.
You're gonna explain why you don't look anything alike. Because like if you got a booty, and my daughter's top heavy, but you're not top heavy.
Well, let's hope that.
Because I'm not top heavy. I'm like, hey, you didn't get those genetics from me.
That are if we have a daughter that
No,
that
if I have a
like
daughter,
your body type.
I'm turning Muslim. That's what
That's
I'm doing.
a vibe.
I'm turning Muslim because I know how guys think, and I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
And you were a dog.
And then she's
in
gonna
these
be like,
streets.
and she'd be like, oh, I forgot my pencil, and Steven gave me a pencil. I'm like, don't talk to him. That pencil was he's
You're switching
expecting
schools.
something back.
You're switching schools.
Yeah, I know. Homeschooled. I know it. Like I'm a guy. Guys are dogs.
Well,
So and if I have a daughter, like I'm screwed.
oh,
Honestly, wrap it
too.
around the finger. Well, you went to like
Baby Kati.
last
got
place.
you.
I don't even know if you're even on the top 5 anymore. If I have a daughter,
That's okay. But even Baby Kati got you.
oh, she's cute. She's cute. Yeah, no, she's cute.
You gave her my hot chocolate.
Oh yeah, you didn't eat it. It's too much calories. You weren't tracking it.
Exactly.
You weren't tracking it. Speaking about tracking, Miss Coffer over here. My apologies, everyone listening.
I'm really
I don't know
sorry,
why I put her
guys.
on. I gotta get rid of her.
I'm okay though. Okay, go.
Are you done? You know, we're really tanking this podcast right now.
No, keep
I'm just
going.
kidding. I'll cut that. I'll cut the most of the coffee out. But I'm gonna have to edit this one thanks to you.
Welcome.
Anyways, if I have a daughter, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Hands down. I mean, I give my godson his way, but he's a good kid. He's a good kid.
He's a really good, and he's a smarty pants.
No, he is. He's really intelligent in everything he does. But yeah, I don't know. You like kind of like my mom, my grandma, my little sister, Arlo.
So
I don't know
I'm
where
on
you're
that
at.
total- I'm here.
You're there.
I'm here.
I mean, you're not far.
I'm her.
You are. But it's just, No, I'm just kidding. You're number one. Well, like, not number one, but you
Stop
are. Like,
backtracking now.
okay, like if we're taking family out of the situation, you're number one. But with family, yeah. You know?
Remember, you're like, well, if you and Big John were dying, and I had to say both of you.
I like both.
we'd have
No.
to say-" I'm like, no, kill him.
No, I said if you and Big John were both drowning and I only could save one person, I'll let you guys both go.
That's fucked. Like, I'm your little boo.
So is he. It's my son. It's my daughter. I can't have one without another.
The fact that you say that you love us both the same, that's crazy.
I don't say I love you both the same. I said I'll both let you both drown.
No, you said because I love everyone the same.
I do. I love everyone the same. I don't know the difference of love. Like, I love when you love someone, you love someone.
I got tears.
You have tears?
Yeah.
So where do I fall on the line of that?
Sadly, you're like tippy top.
I'm at the tippy top of your levels?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like for someone out there listening, please comment below. Like, do you have tears of love? Like, does it go off of like how long you've
It's
known
not like
somebody?
an official tier system, but
Well, I know, but like, is it like, okay, I've known this person longer, so I love this person more, or is like this person's done more for me? Because like in that case, then if I had tears and I know some people that are longer than you, and they've been for me through more situations because they know me longer, then wouldn't that mean that I would love other people more than I would love you if I had tears?
yeah, like your parents, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles.
Oh, so you have family and friends in one category.
Friends are a separate category.
Oh, that's a lot of. I barely know how to spell my own name, let alone try to come up with tier system. I love everyone the damn same.
No, if I had to save a friend or my sibling, peace out, friend. I'm saving my sibling. Because I'd expect the same from them. Like, you let me
What if
drown,
they
you
did it?
save your
What?
sibling.
Okay. So what if they're like, oh, what would you do? And they're like, oh, I would have to let you drown because my tier system puts them first.
Yeah.
No, what if they wouldn't save you? They would save their friend over you.
That's what I said.
But
Like,
you said you expect it.
yeah, no, like if my friend was drowning and my sibling was drowning, I'm gonna save my sibling. Peace out.
But
I
you said
love
you expect the same.
But I would expect the same from them. Like, let me drown and you save your sibling.
No, but you're the sibling and they wouldn't save you.
If my siblings want to save me,
Yeah.
they would save me.
We don't know that.
They would.
We don't know. I think Andy will let you go. we had the opportunity actually, like you and Momo
But
go.
you guys saved us.
Yeah, no, but you know what?
You regret it?
You know, I'm just saying,
You're
like
sucking on that candy too
have
hard.
it. You know, like I'm just saying, like with all this good looking body, and then when the skin's gone, like I'm gonna be stuck with just one person. Like, is that fair to the world?
Do you think, like, it's crazy to think, and we bring this up sometimes when we're like, we look at each other and we're like, this is it.
No, I think it's cool. You know, we got to grow a lot. We got to. Well, think about it. This whole podcast is about why are we waiting for January 1st, right? New Year me. You got to watch me build into the person I was becoming.
And it wasn't because New Year knew me.
And was multiple. We were started off that way though. We were always on a diet.
But officially, it was a New Year.
Well,
New
it started with
here.
grandpa. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't nowhere close to New Year's when I started. And then there you watched me evolve, and then you started to match not my pace, but you started to match me, and so we got to grow with it. Like I said, if you didn't grow with me, if you didn't, evolve as who we are today, then we wouldn't be together. That's common sense. And if it was vice versa, you would have left me. Because if you were putting your work, you were becoming better, you wanted more, you wanted to do more stuff, you wanted to be more healthy, you wanted to live a longer life, you want to have kids, X, Y, and Z, and that's what I wasn't putting the work because I didn't want that in my life, then we wouldn't be a match. So, no, like, I'm totally fine with that because we got to grow with each other. That's why it's like, when we get into like those conversations of like the red pill and stuff like that, our story's different, but it's not unique. There's a lot of people that grown with each other. It's just our story is that like, we grew with each other. I don't look at you as like, oh, she's with me for money. Oh, she's with me for this. Because I didn't have shit when we started dating. And I was that January 1st person. I was like the big talk type of thing. Like I was like the, oh, I'm going to do this. But then we do it for a couple of weeks. And next thing you know, we're freaking at Korean barbecue 3-4 times a week, slamming down 4,000 calories.
That volcano chicken.
You know what I mean?
Hawaiian short rib.
Oh, man. See, it's so hard to be clean around this person. I'm on a cut right now. But that's just it. We grew with each other. So yeah, that's fine. Like I'm happy. I'm happy I saved you from drowning too. I don't regret that. I was just joking. Please don't strike me. But no, like, as we grew with each other. So, but we were the January 1st people.
Yeah.
And now we're just like if I say it, and you know what though? Let me just go ahead and, correct myself. I've gotten better with saying it, but I've still slacked sometimes. Like, didn't I complain the other day about myself about something? One, I didn't reach my goal, right? And I could have reached. And what pisses me off, right, is not the fact that I couldn't reach my goal because it wasn't financially possible. What pisses me off, and I share this because I want you to understand that even the people that you think that are doing better than you or have a better mindset or they're perfect are not. I've set a goal to be completely debt free by 2024, and we are going to be $9,000 away from that number. Right, the original number was $28,000 or $29,000 where we started off with, and I could have finished. I could have been my $9,000. We could have been done this month, but because I chose to do other fun things and go out and pop bottles and buy certain other things that I bought in. Now I'm the reason why we're $9,000 away when we could have been done this year and then been saving for a house for next year. So it gets me mad because like I knew what I needed to do, but I chose fun over discipline, and I'm sharing that because I'm not perfect. And there's still things I need to work on myself. And there's still, I still got my skeletons in my closet where I like to buy stuff when I want it. And it feels good to be able to do it. Yeah, you're the big
spender.
I'm 100% the bigger spender in the relationship. But at the same time, I'm calling myself out because, people, you understand that the people that you listen to, the people who have the podcast, a big following, the this, the that, Steve Harvey show, whatever the hell I've done.
A lot of times they're living day to day.
Yeah, you don't understand that, and we don't want to be living. I want to be the real successful person. We don't. Well, I don't live day to day, but it would be easy to. But look at the things I have on my list right now that I want: the new truck, a side by side, and a jet ski. That's literally that's over $100,000 right now. What I want. So you know what I mean. So I have to control myself. You know what I mean. But just know that you're working yourself now. 2, 3, 4 years ago, it was impossible for me to to say I'm going to pay $28,000 in debts even. Well, I would say it,
I'd be like,
but it wouldn't be real, right? It wouldn't
Yeah.
be real. We'll pay off a couple $100 here and there, and then we'll use it again in X, Y, and Z.
Then
So I've
minimum
gotten
payments.
better. I've gotten better, but I've still not achieved. Well, there's no such thing as perfect. So I'm just not there. I mean, I'm pretty disappointed in myself, but I'm gonna correct it. My
I don't think
2023
you'll ever
goal.
feel like you're ever gonna be there, because then
No, 'cause
once
I'll
you
find
reach
something new to
something,
do.
there's gonna be like, well, now this.
Well,
now
think
this.
about
But
it.
I guess it's a good thing.
I mean, if you're
You're
not
growing.
waking up with a goal and you don't have something else to achieve, then you're going to be stagnant. And now when you start becoming stagnant, then that's just another word for lazy. When you're comfortable, you're lazy. Think about it. The last time you did something and you were proud of yourself and you slowed back, you chilled down, you got happy, you celebrated, you got comfortable in that. Right? The last time you saved $1,000 and you got comfortable, what happened? What happened? You blew through it. You started spending because you reached your goal, but you didn't have another thing. Okay, save 1,000. So now I'm going to spend 200, but I want to save 2,000 in the next 4 months. Like, you know what I mean? So when you do that, think about comfortable, stagnant is just another word for lazy.
Yeah, when you reach your goal, I think it is important to be like, okay, what's next? Instead of, okay, I reached it, now I can go back.
Better
down that
yet,
hill.
to add on top of that, before you reach your goal, you should already have another goal set. What did I say 2, 3, 4 months before I got on stage with the bodybuilding show?
Baby, I have my new goal. Guess what? I'm gonna deadlift over 600 pounds.
And then 700 because
guess
I'm going to have
what?
these clients.
I already found the trainer that I want.
Exactly. Because I know I'm goal driven. So like when you're getting close to your goal, already have another goal set. And usually done correctly, you already should have one, but maybe it was really hard for you to get to that goal where you're like, oh, this was miserable. Just do it again. Like it's nothing in life that's worth it is supposed to be easy, right? This relationship we have is not easy to hold. Well, it is easier now, but it took years of becoming this, right? It took years of vulnerability. It took years of conversations, uncomfortable conversation. It took years of growth. Like,
but I do feel our relationship is easy.
well, yeah, because we've worked on it, but in a couple months it's going to be different because I'm going to want more. Well, I always want more. Like I want you to stop
Preach.
coughing. Like they want you
I'm
to stop coughing.
trying. I'm really trying.
You got COVID for sure. You definitely got COVID because you've been sick for a minute now.
It's been.
I didn't get COVID. I think
over 2
I'm
weeks now.
immune to it.
Yeah, you
I'm
are
built
immune to it.
different. I'm built
Well,
different.
When I had COVID 2020,
I never got it. And I like 5 tests.
Yeah, I tried to. What is it called?
Your boy's built different. Your body's like, oh, COVID. I handled 650 pounds.
Yeah, I was
Baby,
trying
we're
to
good.
quarantine by myself, and I told you to go to your grandma's house, and you
Nah, I
wouldn't.
take care-
You
I-
were
well,
with
that
me
time
every
we didn't
day. You
know.
were taking care of me. You're sleeping with me. You kept testing.
That's in like
every other
2020.
day, and you were always negative.
I didn't know. We didn't know. I didn't know. Like everyone was talking about COVID and like people like dying and stuff. So I was like, I'm not gonna leave by yourself. Like, what if I mean? I didn't know. It was so new to us. Now we're like, oh, it's COVID, But it's like, yeah, at the time it was pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
you definitely got COVID. But you're a trooper though, and like even want to share this. Like we didn't have to. I could have shot a solo podcast, but Frankie knows that we, that
is
sometimes work is work, and she's still pedaling through. Now this is not a long podcast. Obviously, we're about to wrap it up right now, but at the same time, we still wanted to continue to bring value. And like she didn't have to do the podcast today. You just know that we have a certain task that we need to complete. And like I think it's really, I'm very, very proud of you because the old Francine, and if you're out there listening, this is something you would do. I'm not saying to go out there and work while you have COVID and stuff. Like don't be an asshole.
be
Like,
coughing
we're
on
home,
the phone.
but stuff like that. But like this work allows her to to do it. Minus a couple coughs. We apologize everyone for that. But
Sorry.
she's sick, so it is what it is. But at the end of the day, like she could have just been sleeping to like, oh, we're not gonna shoot the podcast, blah blah. But she's like, you know what? I seen you push through while you were sick, so I'm gonna get this done. We'll knock it out. I'll take a cough drop. I'll drink some water, and we'll wrap. We'll just get to the point, and we'll just have a conversation.
Yep.
And taking this away from COVID, think about all the times that something happens in your weight loss journey. Are you saving money? Are you becoming a better version of yourself? One
Any
thing
little
pops up,
roadblock?
anything
Nope,
little
can't do
roadblock,
it.
you run away from it, right? And you don't have to do that every single time you ever hit a roadblock. Think about this: you're in a car, and you're about to go over a speed bump. Do you turn back around and go home, or do you run over the speed bump?
Go right through it now.
Right through it, right? So if you're in a car, and imagine if every single speed bump you've seen, you had to turn around and go home, you would never make it anywhere. Right? You're going to go through speed bumps in life every single day,
Yeah.
every single week, every single month. Life is not meant to be perfect. Life is fucking difficult. Life is hard for a lot of people right now, right? You are not the only one struggling. You're not the only one going through something. We're all going through something. We all have skeletons in our closet, and we all are, fighting our own demons and battles, just some more than others.
Yeah.
And some harder than others. But at the end of the day, your version of hard can be a lot different than someone else's version of hard. And what you need to understand is that be grateful that your version of hard is not as hard as theirs, but also be grateful that their version of hard is not as hard as yours, right? There's always going to be like that, someone has it better, someone has it worse type of headspace, but you understand that who cares who has it better, who cares who has it worse. All that matters is that you take what you have in front of you and you work with it.
Yep.
Right. And don't just take a bad situation. Don't just take like everyone else says January 1st and I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be a better dad. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to start my business. Like, it's not going to happen January. Right? Because if it didn't happen January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December of 2023, then what the hell is going to change for 2024?
What magically
changed? If you
changed?
don't start the momentum right now, if you don't get up and you don't do something different, right? One thing different. Remember, 1% is not 100% every day. 1% is 1%.
Yep.
Right? You take 1,000 things you have to do, you do 1% of that every single day. Right? That's something you need to focus on. You know?
That's crazy because you always do tell your clients like 1% better every day. And you think 1%, what the hell is 1% when 1% is nothing? But like, let's say if we say how you say 1% every day, in 100 days, that is 100.
Technically.
That's cool.
That. And then you go on something else that you're slacking on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you go on something else you're slacking on. And then you find something else. And then when you're 6 months into it, you're down 30, 40, 50 pounds, whatever it is. Then guess what? You find something else you're slacking on and you replace it. And then we're humans. So we start falling off a little bit and we reel ourselves back in. Like, it's up and down. But at the end of the day, you keep working. And then you maybe put a little weight on. But guess what? You're not up there anymore. And then you go work. And then maybe put a little weight on. Guess what? You're not up there. You work, lose weight. And then you go up again. But guess what? You're not there. Like, you keep on doing, you do that for a year, you're going to see change. But what is that people want to do the work today and they want to see results tomorrow. Right? And that's not how it happens. Right? You don't go to work today and get paid for a month. Yep. If that was the case, no one will care about inflation. Right?
Fuck.
So get out there. Stop wanting instant gratification. Understand the instant gratification comes from when you put in the work and it gives you that discipline, that drive to do it again the next day and do it again the next day, little by little, step by step, foot by foot. And as you keep on working forward, you keep on working yourself, you're going to build up confidence. Your self-credit score is going to go up with yourself. And as your credit score keeps going up, you're going to have the confidence to do it again. You have the movement, the drive, the momentum, right? Remember, it's easier for a car to go 50 to 100 miles an hour than it is to go 0 to 100, right? Have that forward momentum. Keep pushing through. Stop waiting for a magical day. Stop waiting for a magical date. Stop waiting for the right time and the sun to be on this side and the freaking birds to be chirping this way. Get out there, put in your work, become the best version of yourself no matter how long it takes. Every single day, chisel away. And over the time, you're going to turn into whatever it is that you're willing to work for.
Yep.
Get out there and win. This is Modify Your Life Podcast, where I'm your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified. Co-host, Modified Frankie, the hostess with the mostest. If you didn't track it, you didn't snack it. The most cough.
I'm going to make a shirt out of it.
Yeah, that's a good shirt right there.
You didn't snack it.
I like that. What was the name of this podcast?
Why Wait for New Year?
Why wait for New? No, that's a trash title. I don't like that title.
Well, then don't
New Year,
me.
New Me.
Yes.
New Year, New Me. Let's get out there and start today. You don't need a new year to become the best version of yourself. You just need for you to start today, right now. Also, if you're an online coach, go ahead and holla at your boy, www.heavytomodified.com, and I will see you next Monday.
This is real, man.